What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarecrow here, back with another video at those 10s and 20 views. This is the last video within the mini marathon that I'm kind of running. Basically, I'm getting every video for Saturday, Sunday, Monday on this channel and the reaction channel. Heading towards the draft. We are so close to the draft. At the time of recording, we are 13 days away. We gotta have one a day. Today, we're doing pick number 25. The Houston Texans. Very good season. Not where they really want to go. So we got to close out the pizza ad. We're doing Houston. I'm at the point now where it's like, you don't need quarterback. It makes life so much easier. So make sure I'm on the right page. I was not. Aha, here we are. So according to this, you need offensive line and wide receivers. Makes life easy. Let's run the gambit. Hold on. Something I didn't notice before. How many picks? Oh, this is nice. Lots of picks. This is very nice. I don't mind Stewart. Genty would have been an interesting pick for Carolina. I think reality is should be these two guys or trade back. Genty's the Bears would be a very interesting. Alright, for Houston, we are in the same division as the Colts, who are not a good team. They're very confused on quarterback. The Jags, who is like the second most cursed team in football, and who is that? The 14? Oh, the Titans, who have the number one pick. So we're not really concerned about our division. We should win our division. See, we're getting their first two picks, moving back 5 spots. But that would be still late second round when we have an offensive tackle sitting right there who is hurt. This guy is sitting on the board. I think there is a lot of players on the board that this makes a lot of sense. So we're not adding something to this draft counter. We have fourth. I know they're going to turn it down, but okay. I know we desperately need to protect C.J. Stroud. I know we desperately need to protect C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud went to Ohio State, right? Ohio State. Hi, I'm going to give you guys the Joe Burrows treatment. Take the wide receiver from Ohio State. He knows him. They played together. So they should work well together. Boom. It's like, I don't know why receiver is a need here, but it's like, hey, there's a receiver I played with at college. Maybe 1 year or so, but I still played with him. I see a shot was, yeah. So I'm taking that. Hoping that this is a deep O-line class. I can get a couple players deeper in the draft, especially defensive tackle. Howard Cross went like round 7 in yesterday's draft. So, all right, move back a couple picks and pick up a draft for next year. We're going to pull that down. Let's see. Highly experienced, went to Minnesota. It's a high floor prospect who does above average. Oh, nope. I'm protecting C.J. Stroud. No, we're not trading back. There's our tackle. Don't be surprised I don't go heavy on tackle after drafting a receiver who looked very good against Notre Dame secondary. I will say that much. So our next pick is 79. Next pick is now All right, move back a number of spots. Nope, we're going to reject that one right off the rip. And scroll down. Oh, you bitch. I wanted him. Offense tackle. 6'8". God. That is a monster. Dude, I'm sorry. I just want to point something out early in this draft. Yes, I drafted a receiver. My next two picks were offensive linemen that were 6'6" and 6'8". CJ, I'm drafting you mountain of men. Mountain of men. How big? Big. All right, we're up. Vikings want to flip-flop picks there and move back. That's not a win trade for us. This is a slightly win trade for us. But our next pick is pick 166, so we don't need a back. We need linemen. And I'm actually, for once, just going to stick with the theme of we are drafting linemen. Lack of experience in college starts. He went to Georgia. Again, 6'5". Okay, what's the Frazier? 6'5". No, just big, beefy. Lineman. Hey, as a Panthers fan, I know the benefit of having a good line. Trust me. It's not going to be the sexy draft pick. That's why we picked the wide receiver at 1. It's going to be the holy crap, I want my quarterback to live draft pick. The Bengals should have done this last year, but they did not. Okay, so we're going up. All right, we got a little bit of weight. But we got 2 tackles, a guard, and a receiver. Edge would be not. Jack Sawyer would not be a bad fit on that defense. He ain't falling that far. Where'd he go? Third name. Hey, it's where I would have taken. All right. I see our guy we want right there. Everyone else is clicking around him. Okay, cool. Thanks. The only reason why these guys did not pick him is injury, and I will gladly take him. Good. Defense tackle. Done. We get to now have... Oh, and there's a... 263. Oh, we would not get Jack and Major that far down. That would be a crazy fall. Yep, there he went. Alright, I don't know much about the Titans. I don't know how good their tight ends are. I don't know how good their running backs are. I don't know how good their corners are. All I know is you have no line. I think you have a decent receiver core. I just think you need that one extra guy to put you over that top. That's why it was listed. So, oh man, we are far down there. Colby King would be a fun one to add to this linebacker to this team as well. Right here. That would be a decent one to add. There goes Howard Cross. Oh yeah, I took that one. Alright. Alright, cool. Like I said, this is just a fun piece to add. Physical defender who likes to hit, can read defenses. Kind of a high miss rate, but who else is out there? 6'3". 6'3", 260. That's not big enough for a tight end for me. Nebraska, no height. Medical check out. Nope. So, like I said, Kobe King would just be a fun add to a very good defense. Especially a defensive-minded head coach would love to add him to that mixture. Ooh, center. Well, it's a lineman. Just what am I thinking? You need. All right, Western Michigan, 4-year starter. Okay. Both guard and center. Wait, whoa, that's a lot of snaps. Ground game as team captain leadership. Very good. I don't hate it as a round 7 driving another center. Like I redrafted your whole line because you need to. And there's another center. 6'4". He has nothing on him. So let's look at what I did for the Stroud, as Mr. Grossi will say this. We only have realistically 3 picks I deem like, oh my god, these would be a great pick. One, M'Baku. M'Baku went to Ohio State with C.J. Stroud. So they at least know each other to an extent. I think Stroud's going into his 3rd year, so he's coming out, so they should have a connection there somewhat. I know it's not the Joe Burrows, Jamar Chase connection, but they're both Ohio State guys, so they should get along there. Next up would be the Riley Mills, high-end tackle, big, strong, will make that defense fun, and Kobe King. Like I said, I think him with D'Amico Ryan, I think is the coach's name, former linebacker, would be very fun. And then comes Project Keep C.J. Stroud Alive. We drafted a center last, who also could play guard. Cool. Wait, hold on. What's the average height? 6'2". He is also the shortest guy. And as a center, not a terrible thing. We drafted a guard at 6'5", 318. How big was my boy over here? Just under 300 pounds. You add those 4 pounds. We need you above that. So, Fairchild. Powerful technique, sound offensive lineman. Versatile guard or tackle. Probably be guard, but the fact that we can move him around. He's a slight project because he didn't have a lot of snaps, but it was in the SEC. Boston College, 6'8", 316. This works. Technically sound and powerful offensive lineman. Done. If you're 6'8" and you have solid technique, I'm good. We'll fix anything else. That's a great thing. And then we add in another guy with a crazy last name at 6'6", 331. High experience starter as a left tackle. So it is one of those things where it's like I'm giving you a weapon and a lot of beef. The smallest guy I drafted, I don't think I drafted anyone under 6 foot. Nope, everybody's over 6 foot. Of course, our receiver is going to be our lightest guy by a easy margin, but Houston, this is the draft you kind of need to have. Yes, I didn't grab an offensive lineman in the 1st round. I grabbed the weapon and then made everything else about, hey, long-term success. But that's it. That's all I have. I'll see you weird people later.